Hello, welcome back. It's Monday night. Matt and Preston recap. Uh, RMUC. We're skipping ahead. We're gonna follow Char's lead and jump to the final 16. There's the final 16 teams, Matt. So that's still several more games than 16 games.
Oh, well, a lot more than several rounds for sure. As each of these is going to be best of three until we get to the best of five. I believe that's in the
Yeah.
semifinals and the finals, right?
Yeah. So RMUC, I think, still doesn't do like a normal double elimination bracket, so they do those best of fives instead. I think both are valid. I think we'll talk about it as we get closer, but the best of fives give a cool opportunity for teams to react to strategies and try to build that out. And then also, of course, they do reward engineering reliability and like replaceable parts and robustness and all of that kind of design aspect that we talk about so much in RMNA.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you ready? We'll just dive on in, chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. If you are here, don't forget to hit subscribe and follow and all those things. Let your teams know. Let your friends know. If y'all go to China next year, remember that you can catch it on Rep for English commentary. If you are going to China next year, hit us up. We'll give you some tips and some tricks. Would love to chat with y'all, do an interview or something on Rep. It'd be a lot of fun. Cool. Let's check out the game.
Let's check out the game.
All right, so this should be RPS, which is the Petroleum Institute versus One Hitter.
We've seen a whole lot of one hitter and also the Petroleum Institute, I believe. I think you and me, Preston, watched that first match that they had. Looking pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, these top 16 teams are quite good, so should be should be pretty good. Should be pretty good viewing, and also be an interesting chance to look at the teams and see how they're able to switch it up to go against these better teams.
Yeah, and Preston, I don't know if I have the video that I'm able to see via either
Ah,
Discord or Video Ninja.
that's my bad. I'll get you.
All good.
You should in Video Ninja. You should see it.
I do not.
All right. Let me let me let me change that for you.
But at least last Thursday, as we were stepping into the top 16 teams, some of those games, we saw a lot of very evenly matched teams that had to shake up strategy. We saw a lot of games that were like not just, straight up 2-0s, but a whole lot of 2-1 games.
Yeah, I'm excited for the 2-1 games. Taking a look at the robots here. Hopefully you are as well, Matt.
I am. I can see that Red Engineer 2
Cool.
for RPS.
Yeah,
Obviously,
second
as we go into the
place.
top 16 teams, we see a lot of the top teams will have the top 7, top 10, and all the way up to second place. To be expected, obviously, as we're now in the top 16 best of the competition.
You know what though? It's not going to be on all the robots. There are going to be plenty of teams that make it this far in the competition relying on one or two or three of their bots, right? Um, which I mean, look at One Hitter. Their engineer probably averages out to be in top 5 in the world. Extremely fast. Average number of cubes per game is crazy. 10.2 seconds average time. I mean, they're flying. So excited to see that performance. Things
I
I'm
think
noticing
last
about that bot. A lot of the robots, right, are using the robotic arm with suction instead of grabbers. They have backpacks. I like the symmetrical design from One Hitter. I think it allows the robot to be a bit faster without experiencing weird perturbations, right? When they're moving that arm around, when they're driving around. We've seen some engineers that have that arm like asymmetrically mounted on the robot where it's off in a corner or on a side or in the very, very front, and having that weight dangle, right, and create that long lever can really cause you to need to slow down in order to place the box carefully.
Well, yeah, and placing the box carefully in the higher level receptacles too, that gets you the not only the bonus gold, but more gold per cube.
Yeah.
Very critical, as we know, gold is the lifeblood of this game. You need gold for projectiles. You need gold for both offense and defense. You do not want to be caught in a situation as we've seen so many teams have where you just don't have enough gold to buy projectiles to even defend your own base. And the other team is just grabbing more gold cubes completely uncontested and then just creating that lead and just widening that gap until it's impassable.
Love to see the crowd starting to fill in these top 16 games. See lots of friends, family, just spectators, little kids getting inspired to get into robotics. Very exciting.
Very, very exciting. As the bases now close up, initialization period begins, and we get ready to watch RPS in the red and one hitter in the blue.
4, 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots. All right, so I am expecting a gold advantage in favor of one hitter. And they get the power rune early, going to give them that early advantage in any robot-to-robot skirmishes. RPS doesn't really care, though. They don't want to see that gold advantage. The aerial combined with one of the standards. No!
Wow.
Such a big difference. Blue Engineer makes it back to base, probably with 10 HP.
I don't think we've actually seen a strategy of teams targeting the engineer first, unless the engineer's been, well, this is interesting.
Yeah, one hitter's going full court press. Blue Standard 3 takes out Red Standard 3. Blue Standard 4 also on that side of the map. The Blue Sentry is a raid boss. A really good sentry with the buff from the power rune still active. The Red Sentry not no sluff either, able to get a kill on a Blue Standard 3. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. But on the far side of the map, right? One hitter able to make it a 2-for-1 now and get a health remote deposit. They're up 600 gold. That early survival of the engineer allowing them to make this full court press play, this long range play possible.
Well, impressive. That's the opposite vision corner that
Red
we
Standard
actually
3, Blue Standard 4 in a mess. Blue Standard 4 trying to get anything else that he can. It's Red Standard 3 able to get the kill and now hiding behind that Blue Standard's carcass. The Blue Sentry patrolling, looking. He's keeping that red hero at bay though, Matt. The Blue Sentry.
iHitter's drone's been working on that outpost for a long time, not able to do anything with it as Red Standard 4 takes out the Sentry. That's actually a really quick kill for a low-level standard.
Yeah, the Blue Sentry ran out of projectiles. It had 0. You can see it has 0 projectiles remaining, and then was easy pickings as RPS strikes back, getting the power rune, getting a couple more kills on the board. They are behind in terms of objectives and gold, but they're keeping pace in the robot combat region.
Well, and this is, I think, probably one of the longest outpost lives that we've seen.
Oh my gosh, the second dart very, very close. Interesting to note that the dart's damage was not decreased by the power rune. The hero projectiles are. Blue Standard 4 getting some ammunition remotely deposited. iHitter flexing that gold difference. Red Hero 1 doesn't know. Should now have information as Red Standard 4 has run in front. Will use that information wisely. Blue Standard 4 trying to find the hero, instead finds Red Standard 3, gets taken out. All the while, iHitter chunking into the base of RPS.
That was actually, I think, the first shot just then that landed that dealt 300. They had one that dealt 100. They had another one that dealt 200. Oh, the hero's now taken out as Red Standard 4 presses with the level 10 advantage. Gonna try and knock out the engineer's gold cubes and just barely makes it.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, I believe the Blue Sentry was able to get a kill onto the Red Engineer. Red Standard 3 makes it back. Red Standard 4 retreating out of projectiles for RPS. RPS is doing a good job of keeping up in gold. They're not too far behind. The power rune miss for iHitter. They're able to get it on their second
They're
try.
going to get it. We do know both teams are able to get it, actually, as long as they get it within the window being open. RPS still trying to make that attempt. Looks like it's almost manual. Oh, they also get it. Both teams now with the power rune.
Red Standard 4 in the bottom against Blue Standard 3. not taking a friendly trade. The aerial getting in on the mix. Red Engineer kind of accidentally body blocking. Red Engineer will go down. Red Standard 4 goes the wrong way. Oh, I don't think that was the right play, Matt. That low on health. Red Standard 4 moves towards the blue side of the base and gets taken out.
Well, yeah, with the aerial cover that iHitter is providing, you're just not able to go around and expose yourself like that. As I believe now that's the Sentry going down for RPS.
One good dart hit for RPS going to help keep them in this game. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. iHitter takes out the red hero. The iHitter hero kind of struggling to land a lot of projectiles. They get it walked in. Hopefully they can keep this line of sight. 16 projectiles remaining. This is more than enough to finish off the base. They increase their fire
They seem to
rate.
slow down without hitting. They're still too high.
Its accuracy's a little rough, Matt.
I think the precision's there. They just need to angle down a little bit.
Yeah.
They've been hitting almost the same exact spot above that armor panel every single time, but that base health is just not going down. As Red Standard 3 comes up, aerial pushing them back.
Unable to finish the kill. That's huge. 4 projectiles remaining. Will have to retreat. The blue hero living here, very, very helpful for our iHitter.
Preston, I think this is going to be one of the highest kill games that we've seen, especially with the engineer deaths. I think this is definitely the most engineered times we've seen an engineer go down on both teams.
I agree. RPS is now behind by 3,000 base health points, Matt. They need to push. They're out of gold.
Three of projectiles in that hero's hopper is not nearly going to be enough to save that lead.
My gosh. Have we seen anyone in the 5,000 gold range?
I think we might have. I think 5,100 was a previous record.
Bro, give it to him, though.
I might be remembering it wrong.
5,050 gold. At this point, it's what's keeping RPS out of the game. They just can't do anything. They have 100 gold now ticking across in the last minute, but going into hero projectiles, they have no standard projectiles to defend the base, and it shows as one hitter comes in and takes the base out for round 1.
Preston, that was your take the base out strategy that you like so much, I know, and have been wanting teams to do a lot more of, is actually getting up and close and personal with that base whenever those armor panels are exposed. I mean, we saw iHitter kind of have a relatively weak hero performance, but that didn't matter because they actually could support the base objective, actually killing the base with their 17mm projectile robots.
Yeah.
And that really was the difference maker there in terms of being able to close the game out instead of allowing RPS any amount of leeway. They didn't have a ton of a chance, but
there was no chance, Matt. They were out of gold. For the last 2 minutes, they got 100 gold, which only bought them 10 hero projectiles. Check out these stats. 5,200 gold to 1,575.
10,000 damage.
Yeah, honestly, all of that excess gold, there's an amount of gold, there's a cap. There's a cap of gold that you can realistically spend on projectiles. We see those projectile numbers never really go higher than this. 72-42s is crazy. The accuracy
usually we see 72 whenever we see like 1,500 17mm projectiles bought. But with both numbers at kind of their limits, I mean, it just goes to show you that iHitter's engineer does its job very, very well and ensures that their team has enough money to continue playing the game.
I agree. I think iHitter also, I bet 2,000 or 3,000 gold just went to like revives and remote ammo supplies, auto revives, health packs, just all of the extra goodies they can buy. MVPs,
4,400 gold brought in by that engineer.
Crazy. Is that 4 out of 4 silver cubes, 4 gold cubes? Just ridiculous.
I believe so. Certainly seemed like it. And they were very close to not getting 2 of those gold cubes because that backpack would have de-energized that vacuum probably. And they might have lost them if they died.
Yep.
So making it out early, so crucial, and just goes to show you how much RPS could have turned the tide right there and put a significant delay on iHitter for getting gold income that early, as well as those 2 gold cubes at all, because when the gold cubes hit the ground, I don't believe they're able to pick them back up and use them, right?
Correct. I think once a cube has touched the ground, it's dead. RPS captain joined the team in 2022, so a junior this year, going into his senior year. I think the RPS strategy was correct. I mean, Red Standard 3, 805 KDA. Just ridiculous. The average KDA was insane. Two things. One, most of those kills this game, though, were on their side of the map. iHitter playing extremely aggressive, willing to take some deaths, bought their hero a lot of space. The second thing I want to say in our last 40 seconds is that RPS nailed the strategy in my mind. They have to go aggressive against the engineer of iHitter early. I think they should have kept that strategy. I understand they were under attack and that iHitter is going to make you suffer if you ignore their standards. But until the armor panels of the lower base are exposed, I think you need to play aggressive yourself. I think you've got to fight offense with offense here.
Yeah, because fighting offense with defense just pushes your team back, especially with iHitter targeting the engineer of RPS as well. Because it wasn't just that it's not like the engineer of RPS is like by any means defunct or having any issues, really. It was mostly just the fact that it just kept dying. iHitter was just putting the pressure on and not letting up. And unless you're doing the same, like you're talking about, Preston, and being on the other side of the field and trying to at least turn that into a stalemate, yeah, it's always going to go the direction of the team that's going to be able to have more money to just keep giving the hero projectiles.
Yeah, we'll see how round 2 goes. This is a best of 3. Both of these teams looking really good. I mean, it's what we were talking about at the beginning, right, Matt? A couple of these teams have one or two standout robots. For iHitter this year, I think it is their engineer. They're able to use gold to supplement their other robots. That hero, I mean, top 16, sure, but not top 5.
Yeah.
Their standards looked great, but could make some bad plays. They had the gold to auto-revive. They had the gold to give health packs. And they can make up for a lot of mistakes in their gameplay with gold. The power rune,
the bots
really big.
have been brought on. That aerial for RPS, getting in position to try to just laser down that engineer. iHitter getting the power rune. That power rune. Oh, not enough. And there goes the cubes. Down they go.
Here comes the sentry. The same play from iHitter. All 3 of their 17mm projectile robots coming across. But
look at the difference. The engineer.
RPS aerial takes down the hero as well. Look at this offense from RPS. Red Standard 4 on the opposite side of the map. The aerial, a triple kill. Against the power rune, too. A variable stream of projectiles coming from the iHitter sentry, but not able to finish the kill onto Red Standard 3. Now turning its attention into Red Standard 4. But only 21 projectiles left. Oh, Red Standard 4 goes down to the last projectiles of the sentry.
Look at that wheel position on Red Standard 4. That looks like it could be a scary recovery if when those legs re-energize.
Yeah, that's true.
Doing the splits on the crossbeam is not a good place for your standard to be dead.
Okay, I hope they go back to that camera angle. Not a problem.
Oh, wow. Excellent design by RPS. Just completely eliminates the possibility of getting high centered there.
Red Standard 3 doing a good job of defending their outpost. Going to chase the kill. They get it. This is good. If RPS can get early kills onto that blue team hero repeatedly, they'll increase the death timer with every kill.
Well, not to mention that, but look at the gold difference, Preston. Now it's RPS that actually has the early gold lead.
Yeah, it is. It is RPS with the lead in everything right now. Fighting through the power rune again. RPS able to maintain that lead. The sentry for iHitter somehow, it means on the
should
opposite
be out of projectiles, right?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. Now it just kind of looks like it's dangerously looking at him, giving him the glare.
The aerial for RPS, Matt, MVP so far of round 2.
Oh, for sure. Being able to attack the engineer without facing retaliation is an extremely valuable asset, especially if you're as accurate as RPS is with actually getting a hit on that. Look, they're making that engineer panic, going back with one cube.
Still a substantial lead for RPS. Blue Standard 3 came in at the wrong time. Like that wasn't a bad play. They knew that the red hero was going to be retreating. They were in the right spot. But frankly, good defense from RPS. They've got the early lead they needed, now cementing that lead with another kill onto the sentry. I think if you're RPS, you now need to hunt down that blue team hero. Red Standard 3 hopefully doing just that. Yep.
They might win in an outright foot race. 28 rounds in the hopper for the hero of RPS.
Ooh, the first dart goes wide. A dart hit for either team would be really big at this point in the match. Second high, blue standard 4 doing a good defensive job forcing back a 27 projectile hero as a dart lands for RPS. The trajectory difference between the two darts is really interesting, Matt.
Yeah, it's a lot higher of an arc for RPS, giving the dart a lot more time to guide itself onto that infrared green light.
A good second dart connects for RPS, cementing their lead. 25 projectiles remaining for the hero. It starts to connect. Red standard 3 getting pushed a little bit. Ooh, taking a couple hits from this blue hero.
Oh, but RPS has a consistency that iHitter did not. Many rounds land on our iHitter's base. The panels are about to fall, and there they go.
iHitter's blue standard 4. Oh, probably a yellow card. Come on, ref. There it is. Yellow card coming across onto blue standard 4 for shoving that hero. Blue sentry on the opposite side of the map has reloaded, gets into a sentry versus sentry battle. RPS now landing several hero sniper shots, getting melted though. Red standard 3 taking that hero down once again.
There's a reason he's got the top KDA of any match ever.
Yeah. And this one's going to look pretty good.
Oh yeah, this will be a fine addition to his collection. Both standards level 10. Pretty big distinct difference, especially for against a level 6 standard 3 on iHitters, and I think it's a level 8
Blue standard 3 doing a good job on the opposite side of the map, forcing that sentry back, but the sentry will survive. RPS 2 gold cubes in their pockets.
Oh, and knocked away by the sentry. Now only 1 gold cube in the pockets. Still got to get that into the right spot for the receptacle, though. Oh, looks like it might be a rule change in terms of being able to pick the cubes up. The sentry is the engineer's #1 enemy. Knocking away another cube, and the engineer just says, forget it.
The red hero, see, Matt, this is where I don't condone this play. This red hero flips.
What?
So that's terrible. But even if it didn't flip, Matt, even if it didn't flip, you don't need to rush the base here. You have a lead. Your back is to the wall. You lost round 1. You need the safe win. This is not the time to slam the door closed. This is the time to just hold the door open.
And all they need are 3 hero shots to connect if they do 300 damage. Now they just need 2 hero shots to connect if they do 300 damage.
Ignoring the blue team standards, going to do a lot of damage to this blue hero. Gets the kill before he goes down. Huge. A yellow card coming across onto blue standard 4 helps red standard 3 survive. Surely, though, red standard 3, are they going to wait? You can't wait there.
It's like, it's the health pack. It's the health coming in.
You sure can.
The surplus of money, 800
sure
extra money.
Blue standard 3, I thought for sure was waiting there to kill the hero.
That hero's going to need to hit 2 more shots in order to put iHitter in the lead.
Red standard
I don't know how much that's going to be possible with 30 seconds left.
It's too late to leave now. You need to be hunting down this blue team hero. The sentry for RPS clutches the defense, gets a kill onto blue standard 3, chunks down the blue hero. Both teams
the blue
doing
hero
this crazy
flip.
rush. What?
iHitter just needed a few safe shots from the back in order to be able to land those. They're not going to make it, and that's going to be RPS taking round 2 with a decent gold advantage. That's the lowest we've probably ever seen iHitter get their gold value at the end of the game, because their engineer was just getting targeted so well by RPS.
Yeah, really well played by RPS. I'm hoping Ariel better stinking be an MVP this time.
Oh, I think we'll see the Ariel's MVP card once. Well, I guess not once more. Well, last time we saw it for iHitter.
I think it should be Ariel and maybe one of the standards. The whole team from RPS played really well. That Ariel getting those kills, red standard 3 playing defensively, killing the hero a couple times.
It just goes to show you, Preston, how when their strategy went according to plan, they were able to actually get it done. That early engineer kill was crucial to preventing that early gold lead that iHitter was able to run away with last time. But not this time. As we go to the stat screen, 10k damage coming across for RPS this time. Pretty much this entire stat screen looks almost flipped except for that top gold column. And, 42 millimeter projectiles that were not launched by RPS.
Yeah,
But
but to
that's also
win
because
that
their hero was
round,
flipped.
Matt, they needed everything. That's with
Oh, they
two
did.
darts. They got 15 kills to 4. iHitter still almost won that game. Looking at the highlights, I mean, iHitter got all of the power runes. Good early kills, though. The robot-to-robot combat, definitely RPS's strong suit.
I'm curious to know why iHitter, if cubes are able to be picked up off the ground, why iHitter didn't pick those up first. I guess they might have originally not done it, but by the end of the game, it looks like those cubes are cleared out, as we're seeing on the highlights.
Can we get
Where's the aerial?
Where's
where's my RPS aerial?
Please?
Yep.
My
Aerial rights
goodness.
activists, please protest in chat so that we can get the aerial shown its proper place on the MVP screen.
I mean, the red standards did great.
Oh, they did. Yeah, for sure. But without that early kill, I mean, we saw how quickly iHitter ran away with it last time. And the only reason they got that kill was from the aerial. And then the aerial turned that into a triple kill, too.
Red standard 3, a menace. 31% accuracy. How is that only top 14? What the heck?
Some of these standards are demons, man, I guess.
That's crazy, though. Standards are firing so many projectiles at moving targets that having an accuracy percentage that high is wild.
Well, and even seeing, mag dump last time towards the top of the base as iHitter was just desperately trying to shoot the top of the base to open it up. I mean, a lot of teams will do that in desperation, or sometimes your sentry just identifies the wrong target and just dumps it into a wall. I guess sentry is not the 17 millimeter accuracy, but so many things can go wrong with accuracy. For 31% to be top 14 is kind of crazy. I agree with you. I think it might be, within 5 to 10% though, is like your top teams,
Yeah, that's fair.
Above a 50% accuracy standard would go bananas.
Colorado? Sorry. All right, the crowd's ready. I'm ready, Matt. RPS versus iHitter. Who do you have? Who do you think takes the match? Round 3, takes the dub.
I mean, it was within the first 30 seconds, I feel like, that last round was decided, Preston. The early engineer kill was so detrimental to iHitter, and they don't have a strategy to match that for RPS. RPS seemed to always be able to get... Well, iHitter was just doing it without the aerial robots, right? They were just going their
you can
standards
make it to the first 30 seconds of the match, Matt. Who do you think wins it before the match starts? Where's
the match starts?
At?
RPS.
No way.
I think they look better.
No,
I think they looked better. Having a hero that
way.
could actually consistently hit, I think that's better. Their hero looked better, and that's my...
I mean,
well,
they
hopefully
looked
it still looks good after they fell off the
when
side of the road.
When they have the whole package, they have the entire game. But they need everything to work right to win.
But that also means iHitter needs everything to go right, because if their engineer can't get gold...
I think if iHitter just gets the gold, I think they can smooth a lot of potholes with 5,000 gold.
Bots hath been brought on. The first 30 seconds of the game, very crucial as RPS's aerial gets in position.
iHitter struggling a little bit more with the power rune. There we go. Now power rune now started for both sides, going better for RPS. Ooh, RPS early power rune for the first time in the match.
Chasing off the engineer with only one cube this time, not allowing the iHitter engineer to get both, but not killing the engineer is kind of a different.
RPS much better than the iHitter hero shots.
I'm telling you, Preston, it's all in the hero. Base shield falls. Not able to do your favorite package of being able to have a couple extra shots to start on the base, but enough to not have to go back for seconds before they can take out the outpost.
Red standard 3, the highest KDA standard in the game, does a good job getting a standard on standard kill and then chasing down the hero. Whoa, gets it! As the hero
unfortunately, in the base, look at how fast that revive timer comes back up as now the hero's back alive.
Yeah, but
coasting into the base saves a lot of time there.
And getting out for red standard 3. It's going to buy the RPS hero a lot of time, and they don't need very much. Great accuracy coming across. Blue Standard 3 comes to try and slow it down. Blue Standard 4 at the same time, great communication. There's nowhere for that red hero to go. Red Standard 3, though, saves
able
him!
to clutch it!
Red Standard 3. All right. Justice for the drone, but kind of justified for Red Standard 3. MVP material for sure. Wow.
Definitely knows exactly where to be at exactly the right time. Talk about communication. That hero must have just been begging for help, and Red Standard 3 more than delivered with a double kill.
There's a very
slight... Oh, now the block! Now they're blocking! Per Robomaster rules, the robot that is aggressing and pushing towards other robots is going to be the one that gets the flag, as now you can see the yellow card come across for Blue Standard 4.
Yeah, and with the ramp, right, you don't have to block very hard. Red Standard 3 getting another kill. That might be it. That series of kills, Blue Standard 3 is out for a minute.
Where is the eye-hitter sentry?
Oh, it's sitting in the base where it doesn't usually live.
No, last time I thought, or at least round 1, they were
two.
in RPS's base. And 2, yeah, in
round
RPS's
1 and
base.
2, it was extremely aggressive. Red Standard 3 taken really low given the level disadvantage, but able to get another kill. Now Blue Standard 4 out for 41 seconds. These death timers are getting huge on the standards.
Yeah, 41 seconds at 4 minutes is a lot of time that you just spend sitting in a gray screen. Not to mention, when you come back, you know your health is still going to be low.
Wow. What the heck is going on, Matt? Are we bad at our job, or has this just been a surprising game? Where's Red Standard 4?
I think Red Standard 4 has just been...
not played.
Removed from the game.
They played with one standard.
And still are clearing eye-hitter by a large margin in terms of damage. I mean, we just saw all of eye-hitter's robots be completely dead. Not to mention, look at their levels.
Yeah, and now Red Standard 3 as level 10 this early in the game just gets to do whatever the heck they want. 2 darts land for RPS as the health point gap increases. Red Standard 3 gets like a octa kill or whatever, taking out the engineer, taking out Blue Standard 4, who's dead for a minute. Now circling back around, checking on its victims.
Preston, I think we might be watching the next stat game. I think we might be watching the next first place standard stat game.
Yeah. So I will say the only advantage to having one of your standards out of the game, you have so much gold for standard projectiles.
Yeah. And we can see that reflected in that level 10. I mean, he's able to just keep shooting and keep shooting.
Red Standard, and they have a 700 gold lead advantage because Red Standard 3 keeps spawn killing the blue engineer. He's going to get ejected. It won't matter. The game's over. Yeah. But Blue Standard 4 got a 3rd yellow card there at the end. Congratulations, well, RPS.
Not to say I told you so, but not even having one of their standards, the hallmark of the RPS team, still able to clear pretty handily with eye-hitter. However, obviously eye-hitter's sentry was not functioning nearly as well as we saw in the first 2 rounds. But still, RPS looked really, really good. Very coordinated and really accurate once I got dialed in with that hero.
Yeah, I agree with you. Really, really impressive play from RPS. Playing a robot down and still beating eye-hitter. They were able to just take everything in the early game. The hero accuracy for eye-hitter really holding them back. If they don't have that extra gold, they can't really play the game like a normal squad.
Yeah, well, and not to mention that, but it just seemed like their tactics were a little bit scattered. It's funnily enough, it's because RPS had actually less robots to attack with the standard that I think it was more scrambling for eye-hitter to just be trying to fight one standard just going around everywhere. 9,000 damage? That's the least amount of projectiles I feel like we've seen fired. Granted, I guess 1,200 of that damage is from the dart.
The standard accuracy percentage is about to be wild, too. 9,000 damage, 16 kills.
Well, what else got kills besides the standard?
The aerial got like 1.
So we're about to see a 15-kill game?
Yeah.
I want to see the stat screen.
Well,
That
and
MVP has to go to
because
Red
the
Standard
level
3.
lead was so big for this standard, I mean, in this clip, it's level 8 to level 2. Uh, the accuracy is going to be crazy high because the other robots aren't moving very fast. The other robots aren't firing back very aggressively, right? Like it's not a big skirmish. It's a melt.
The melt
I
it
don't even
is.
buy
No
the
way.
802.
I don't buy that at all. What else got kills
Yeah, where's the other
that game?
8 kills?
45% accuracy, I 100% agree with, but
Uh-huh.
I think we need a VOD review on that.
Yeah, chat, someone scroll through that footage, find all the kills cuz it's not 8. There was 8 in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah. I think the commentators on the other side of the ocean might also be saying the same thing from the look on their faces.
Dude, I hope so. Oh, all right. Oh, dang, Matt. Look, chat, I'm going to show it to you guys. I've been switching back to our faces, Matt, when it's the RMUC commentators. But look, they're doing like post-game interviews now. Are there 3 iHitter teams? Are there 3 Harmon Institute of Technology squads?
It would appear to be so.
Anywho, something that I would love to implement next year. We started doing interviews this year at RMUC. I mean, at RMNA. But if we use the backdrop wall, that could look real snazzy, you know, kind of esports style.
Yeah. Definitely on board with that idea.
Heck yeah. All right, Matt. I think I got one more of these crazy Swayzes. That was a goodie.
Well, there's a lot of action packed into these now, so now we actually get to take time to unpack it and really live in the moment as it goes on.
How do I keep doing that? All right, cool. Yeah.
3SE versus
Bug.
Good old Bug.
Oh, Bug.
I guess it wouldn't be
seen this matchup before.
I think we have. Specifically you and me, I believe.
Yeah, I think you and I have watched Bug versus 3SE.
Well, now that we're later into the competition and I guess in real time, time's elapsed a couple days, we'll see if the outcome's going to be any different. I believe Bug took the first one against 3SE.
You know, I couldn't tell you, but I'm excited to see how it plays out this time.
Well, we saw Bug have a very starkly different performance than the first time we had seen them, where they had their dart be able to have 3 hits, hero accuracy of 73%. But I believe against a different team that me and Shar had watched, we did not see that same performance. We saw something completely different. Bug got rolled pretty quickly. And so against a team like 3SE, who we know is pretty good, they can definitely hold their own. Obviously, they're in the top 16. And they're pretty good at what they do. They're able to just kind of play a pretty good all-around game. Not really one area in particular that they stand out in, at least that I could remember. But we'll see if they're able to go up against Bug and use the offense as the best defense strategy.
Looking at the Sentry 4-team Bug. KDA 405, excuse me. Very impressive. 16% accuracy, not bad, especially for a Sentry. The KDA, pretty impressive. That low of deaths is really what's impressive to me there. With the autonomous bots, the ability to leave on this large of a map and make it all the way back is difficult.
Yeah, and that is just the best game that it's ever had, not the average game it's ever had.
Gotcha.
Because average 0 deaths would be insane. Never having your Sentry die the entire competition.
Average 0.7, which is, it's got to be average. You can't have 0.7 in a game.
That one wasn't 0.7 at least.
You're crazy.
Rewind it.
Yeah, I will.
Chat, run it back.
Yeah, I'm talking about the top one. We're both right. We're both right. Yeah, 0.7 is what I'm saying. Average 0.7 deaths is crazy good. That means they're dying like, you know, less on average, 0.7 times a game.
Yeah, 0.7 is really low.
They're having a lot of games where they never die, and that's very impressive for an autonomous Sentry. Okay. Some kind of polarizing stats on the hero. 30% accuracy, not great. But record for the highest damage in a game, insane.
Yeah. It's an interesting dichotomy and almost makes you figure or ask the question: have they figured something out that they later in the competition that they didn't know before, or was that a previous greatness run where that just kind of was a really good tear for the hero on one match?
Well, 6,500 damage specifically should just be both objectives, right? With no help. So it could have just been a big stomp.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Bug versus 3SE. Best of 3, top 16.
Who do you got in the bag, Preston?
I think Bug.
I'll go 3SC to be contrarian then.
All right. Oh, yeah, we've seen these teams before. There's the scope man dialing in the dart. Do you feel like the scope is useful? Maybe it has a laser on the dart. Because if it's not attached to the dart and you're just holding the scope, there's got to be a laser, some sort of thing on the dart that you're looking at. Otherwise, it's useless.
I would have to agree.
Double silver start 4-3 SE, really, really quick. Bug starting the power rune and starting to work on the outpost with their aerial. Power rune secured. In the meantime, though, the 3SE hero able to chunk through the outpost and now finishing it off with their drone. Really well played by 3SE.
Similar story going to come across.
3SE's blue standard 3 and blue standard 4 pushing up the top side of the map, forcing red standard 4 back as the Bug sentry gets a kill. 3SE forced back to their side of the field.
Bug now continuing to work on that outpost, evening out the game as the aerial now has to wait 40 seconds to shoot again because it has run out of fuel.
9 projectiles for the hero of Bug. 2 darts narrowly missed for 3SE.
Those darts would be a pretty big boon for the lead, as it looks like a hero projectile lands at the same time the dart does. The hero not getting a bonus for being in the area, as now red standard 4 is going to try and shove him off.
Success. Bug able to get the kill onto the blue team hero. The red sentry has posted up on this bridge as a dart lands for Bug.
We've seen darts come across from Bug very successfully in the past. Interesting to know why they are only able to get one this time around. Now they get in position to try and
into the middle of the map, absolutely flying. Tries to get into a skirmish.
Not taking any damage.
Yeah, but a strong level disadvantage and now a numbers disadvantage. The sentry, the aerial, and a standard in a fight. But the blue team is winning that fight. Absolutely insane. Blue standard 3 takes the kill.
Bounced off the wall, I believe. 3 damage was the last damage that red standard 3 took before going down.
Really well played from that blue standard. The aerial for 3SE trying to do a little bit of chip damage onto a little bit of harassment onto the red standard and red hero.
Certainly making the hero nervous enough to be retreating. 26 projectiles left in the hopper, so it's definitely not a resupply he needs. Just some health.
The Bug aerial much more effective against the robots than the 3SE aerial. Looks like the sentry for 3SE is on its side. Pretty typical, frankly. We see a sentry tip over quite frequently. The path planning has to be very precise to be able to use those ramps safely.
Yeah, and I believe a lot of times it gets confused with that ramp and the base. At least we've seen that a couple times with the AI on the minimap.
Team Bug has this dialed in. 3SE needs to do something quick.
Extending their engineer up to body block, and they do. 42mm projectile bouncing off of the engineer.
Now using their
the hero now opts to go and
forces
get more
that
ammo.
Hero back, and now it's their turn. Tempo on their side of the map. Launching their hero projectiles, but they're taking a lot of damage from Red Standard 3. Can they finish the kill? They can. Red Standard 3 finishes the kill and makes a clean escape. Look at the aerial trying to perhaps scare off that blue engineer. Whoa!
Oh, whoa!
Blue
Very cool use
standard
of the
3.
functionality of the knees.
Yeah, stands up tall to get a couple last shots onto that red retreating standard.
I don't know why you'd be pushing the aerial right now. That aerial is very, very dangerous, although dwindling on projectile count.
Yeah, the blue hero forced back, the engineer taken down. Really clever from red standard 4. Good target selection.
Needing the hero or needing the engineer to go down to decompress so that their hero can actually hit the bottom armor panels. Interested to know why they don't go for the top though, where that would be completely uncontested, and instead keep opting to go for the bottom ones that can get body blocked. The hero is trying to body block their own base. I don't think that's necessarily the right call because the hero needs to be lining up the shots. He's nowhere near tall enough to be actually effectively blocking those panels as the engineer
Yeah.
rears up to try and save the base.
Blue standard 4. One projectile left in the hero hopper. Maybe there's not a physical projectile. The red hero will retreat.
That's what I'm thinking too. Same as well with the 3SC hero.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Look at red standard 3.
Game.
The back of the base takes down the last 170 HP. And it is Team Bug taking round 1.
Well, Bug certainly did not go as hard as they could have, I don't think. At least as hard as 3SC was pushing back, they were not letting that happen that easily. Very interesting strategy to see an engineer actually blocking projectiles physically from the armor panels on the base effectively, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that they had to actually dispatch one of their standards to go and deal with it just so it could decompress and their hero could keep getting shots on the base.
Those standards did a really good job. I have been impressed with the standard drivers as we look at the stats. I've been impressed with the standard drivers that can utilize the long time to kill that exists with a level lead. Decompressing that statement a little bit, unpacking it per se. The standards that get a level lead on the good teams, like the really well strategized teams, will go deep into enemy territory in like 1v3, 1v4 situations and keep their cool, keep good target selection, get a kill, force robots to retreat, and make it out. And that's not something I think we've seen in previous years. We've seen Zerg rushes and things where you bring all of your offensive bots, but sending one robot in, I mean, check out these highlights.
It's almost like man coverage in football.
Yeah.
You just find one target. Everybody's got one target that they're dealing with, and if you can deal with it fast enough that even if they focus fire on you, but also notice their positioning there, right? In that first clip, they were actually out of vision of like one robot couldn't see both of them enough to shoot at them.
Yeah, I mean Red Standard 3 though, somehow not the MVP, which is wild, but chased that blue hero down for the kill in a 1v4, came across, got the kill onto the engineer in a 1v3, came across again in a 1v5 or 1v4 and finished off the base. Just willing to play in a numbers disadvantaged fight when it makes sense.
Now that hero 35% accuracy, long call from what we saw in a previous game with that 71% or 73%, sorry.
Bug is the hero with the horizontal shock. What does it do, Matt? What is it for?
Where's the horizontal shock?
It's in the front. If it zooms out, we'll see it. But it's like parallel to the floor and on the top of the robot body. I cannot fathom. It's right there. You see it?
Yeah.
It's almost like their chassis is floating, because Mechnum wheels do compress and stretch your robot if you had a flexible chassis. But I can't imagine why you'd want that if you were doing that. The captain of Team Bug, pumped after winning round 1. Ready for round 2 in the best of 3.
Well, I mean, I'd be pumped if I won that round too, Preston. I mean,
Yeah.
Bug, and I don't know if you actually saw on the stat screen, this was one of the few rounds where 3SE had 3,000 gold and Bug only had, I think, 1,500. And just showed that not all the time do you need gold if you're able to have accuracy to make it up.
Interesting. I did not catch the gold lead.
Well, it didn't feel like it, certainly.
Yeah, I wonder what 3SE did with all that gold.
I just think they had a whole bunch of projectiles in their hero for a very long time. They just were never actually able to use them because the hero was just never able to sit in the spot and just actually take the time to start shooting. They were just always having to be on the move, always getting shoved off by the aerial. Bug did a very, very good job of making sure that that aerial was in a dangerous position for the hero
Yeah.
the
I
entire
wonder
game.
if as we get closer to the finals, we'll start seeing teams if we'll start seeing teams use the health drops preemptively. So like when your hero identifies, hey, there's a standard here fighting me, call a health drop in, buying your own standards time for that 1v1.
I'm curious to know if that would actually get canceled if they were to die while the health is in the air.
I don't know. The aerial for 3SE ridiculously accurate against the outpost.
And the tale as old as time. That power rune comes across for Bug as both outposts are getting worked on, whittled down by both aerials, with some hero support as well. It's going to put 3SE in the lead for a brief amount of time as the outpost is falling for them as well. Bug's aerial doing a very good job. Skirmish in the red base.
Yeah, 3SE playing hyper aggressive against, Red Standard 3 with the power rune on the defensive position was taking 7 damage per hit and dealing 12. Red
Blue
Standard,
Standard
4
3 is
able
going
to
to
punish.
fall. Red Standard 4, I think in the spot where we can't see on the screen, that bottom left corner. Oh, nope, just kidding. Top right. So many things going on all at once. Preston projectiles flying in both the red and the blue base.
Sentry finally taken down by the Bug standards, clearing their base out of blue bots.
Bug Sentry has no projectiles left. Going to need to make its way back to
Ooh.
refill as Bug lands a dart. The second coming across and hitting.
Can they make it 3 for 3? They will.
They can. There's the Bug dart accuracy we've been looking for. As the base for 3SE is almost exposed.
Yeah, Red Standard 4 gets another kill. This is a stomp by Bug. This is looking really, really clean. There is a slight gold advantage for the team 3SE, but as you stated, round 1, they weren't able to find a way to convert that gold lead into a comeback story.
Well, I think it's just a time thing. I think Bug is just really good at pressing the attack and not letting up, making sure that it's like the timer says 4 minutes and 40 seconds, Preston, but they don't have that much time.
Yeah. I think it's also an accuracy thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Bug can play with less gold. You don't need more gold. There's nothing that they can't do. They just have to be a bit more careful with their projectiles, make sure they're landing.
Well, and
and
speaking
3
of
darts
accuracy,
will do that for you. 3 darts will buy you a lot of space. You don't have to spend, 50 hero projectiles to chew through the base.
Well, yeah, an 1,800 damage, or I guess more than that because it'll be, or 1,875
Don't look now,
damage.
Matt. Sorry. It's just 3SE is chewing through that Bug base. The aerial was trying to scare it off, unsuccessful. Red Standard 4, though, gets there, but
Instant revive.
Done.
Instant revive from the hero with 19 projectiles, 18 projectiles in the hopper.
Yep. This is
going
good.
right back to the same spot.
This is what 3SE needs to be doing. Red Standard 4 is almost out of projectiles. This can be the way they leverage their gold.
Base race with the engineer playing defense. I'm curious to know why Bug doesn't just go for the top.
Getting taken out by Blue Standard 4. The base race
could definitely
now
go the
not
way
a
of
race
3SE.
at all. Both engineers body blocking.
I think Blue Standard 3 was able to actually get killed by... I think the engineer got Blue Standard 3 killed by its own sentry.
Blue Standard 4 able to get the kill onto that red engineer, preventing it from body blocking for a little bit. Uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. The drone killed it, probably.
Bug Standard 3 down for the count. Fallen off the edge.
Bug's going to need all the help they can get. As it looks like they're able to push off the hero again. But the hero's kind of doing that as a second objective since he doesn't have any ammo anyway.
Bug is still technically in the lead. Looks like they're going to try and risk it all with a hero play.
The
Red
hero for the
Hero
ramp.
1 over the jump. This is so
Oh,
risky. 17
the risk
projectiles.
pays
They
off.
have more than they need. Getting stopped by the sentry, and now in a swarm of blue. Red standard 4, the only line of defense. But the red hero
It's gonna be point blank.
able to do it.
Preston,
They pulled
the
it off,
ending
Matt.
you've
They did it.
wanted since the beginning of
It
the
is.
competition.
It is. That's what I've wanted. That's what I've been saying, chat. Take freaking note. It works sometimes.
Yeah, well, as long as your hero doesn't fall off the middle island and just strand itself flipped upside down.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't fall off, make it going there with the jump was awesome. It gives you way faster, much less notice to the other team, right? The speed is not as big of a thing to me as the fact that you don't have to go through the middle where everyone can see you.
Yep.
You can stay on the edge. You come out right next to the other team's base. I think Red Standard 4 being there was big. Just the body blocking, the option, right? When you give the other team the chance to have improper target selection, sometimes they will.
Yeah, and even with your also being close enough to other robots for your target selection to be an issue, that can also mess with the CV, and the CV could be trying to lock onto the other armor panels too, and messing up a little bit that way.
Yeah, I mean, especially the sentry was right there, right? And the sentry target selection is even more difficult than the humans. So Bug will take round 2 and win the best of 3 against 3SE. Really well played. Cool matches.
Yeah. Very, very cool matches, especially seeing something like 3SE or the 3SE versus Bug match where, like you said, it's accuracy that was actually the difference, not gold. We'd seen gold be a very easy cushion and a nice fallback, but even with the instant revives, 3SE was just not able to keep their hero in position to actually get damage on Bug's base, and that's what matters. It's the base damage, not the kill. You can have 10 kills, right? And that often goes a long way in helping further your cause of getting more damage on the base, but you got to get the damage on the base.
Man, I forgot about the triple dart hit. That was also big.
Yeah. The dart and hero getting MVP, very deserved. 63% accuracy for Bug. That's a lot more like the team that I saw at the beginning, Preston.
Yeah, and we can't gloss over 75% accuracy from the dart.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Matt, I think that's it for me tonight. 1 hour of RMUC on a Monday night. But I think some amount of us will be back tomorrow for probably another hour and a half of RMUC. These games are getting really good. I'm very much enjoying them.
Yeah. Well, now it's really the strategy shakeup is what we could start calling the stream, strategy shakeup.
Yeah, when we get to top
that's
4,
what it
we
is.
need to do some kind of report where we just talk about the strategies and kind of how they're matching up. But I'm excited to see the teams adjusting. I've really liked watching a team go after iHitter's engineer after they got schmacked by 5,500 gold.
Yep.
It's cool.
It's all about the tactics. And the tactics we'll see more of tomorrow at a similar time.
Yeah. Bye.